All right, guys, we're going to see something very interesting today. I've got the Manticore out today. I've got the upper ferrous down on 8. I've got it in lower conductor, all-terrain lower conductor, where it's running at higher frequency. I'm going to show you the test. I got a pewter button with 2 nails, and I've basically set it up with one of the top of the line, king of the detectors, wearing the M8 coil in an unmasking test. We're going to break out the Elite with the 8-inch coil, and we're going to break out the Nokta triple score, and we're going to look at this while I'm out here in this hot, humid weather, sweating myself to death. But I'm going to mic up the machine, and we're going to see what it'll do, guys. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we're out here and we've got the nail test set up. An elevated nail, a pewter button, and another nail, the famous nail test. So let me wipe the camera lens because I believe it's fogging over out here in this high humidity. Let's check the Manticore. This test was set up to push the Manticore. But let me run through the settings. So no hoodoo voodoo, all-terrain low conductors, ground balance, recovery speed 7, discrimination pattern all metal, and 8 and 3. And we're in the depth audio theme. So we're going to start out with iron off. It's iron on, sorry, iron off. So that's set up, the Manticore hits it. Let's move over to the next detector. Speed Racer. Next in the lineup is the Minelab Elite. Yeah, it's a little bit, let's cut the sensitivity down on it just a little bit. But it is running a little bit less stable than the Manticore, which the Manticore is one of the best in the business at that. So let's just run it over the test. It's got the -1 iron bias set in it. There's the settings. And -1. All right, here we go. Okay, that's a $500 detector passing a very, very tough test. Next. Settings, you guys see it, and pitch audio. And the tone break has not been moved, so just to show that is at 10. All right, and I hit the nail and moved it. It's hot, but that's very interesting. You know, I can kind of put the nail back close to where I think it was, somewhere right in there. We could crank the Deus 2 up, but it's wearing a different type coil. But let's look at it and let's see what happens. And we'll do a head-to-head with the Deus 2, but that's going to be tomorrow. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, make sure those machines are off. Okay, let's see what goes on here. And we're going to cut the iron volume off. Will it hit it? Will it hit it, guys? I don't know. No idea. You guys see that? That's very interesting. Let me point you down there and show you that one more time. With no ID. That is interesting. All right, stay tuned for the video tomorrow, but we're going to talk about this. All right, guys, pardon the mess behind me. I've got metal detector boxes, and I got the new Expedition Pack Elite in. I've got the Manticore with all the coils. We got the Deus 2. We've got the triple score in, and you guys see that? It's an amazing time to be a detectorist, and what we see there is we see some very well-priced metal detectors competing head-to-head with some of the higher-priced detectors on an unmasking test. And actually, we see them casting up an ID where the Deus 2 did not cast up an ID, which is very interesting. Now, to be fair, those detectors had narrower coils on them. Deus 2 still hit it, but we will do Minelab Manticore tomorrow, 9-inch coil versus Deus 2, 9-inch coil. And we'll see which one hits what, which one IDs the best. So we're getting to this point in detecting where it's about now we're getting to the unmasking point. We got great depth on most detectors. We're getting to where the unmasking and ID is the next race. So the race is on. Who's going to win it? Price versus performance. There are other things too. These nail tests are not all conclusive. There's uses in the field in heavy iron, which one falses the most, etc., etc. So these are not conclusive, but they are very telling of where we're heading in the detecting world and at what price point is going to be able to do what, etc., etc. So thanks for watching. See you guys probably tomorrow with a Manticore Deus 2 video, head-to-head 9-inch coil to 9-inch coil.